Alright, this is going to be my other Nexus strat. So I have Hellblade as my main source of damage, and then I have my Shield Master as my tank, as I usually do, and then I have like my two supports as I kind of normally do. I'm trying to get through this part fast because I can explain a lot of stuff during the fight. So Subject Specialty 1 for Oracles in one's element, 40% extra damage when I hit a weakness. Epic Group Cast, because I'm gonna be doing spread damage in the first phase anyway. Limit Breaker, so I can use death throws 4 times to get up to 200%. Blinding Minded, so I don't miss. Thrust and Parry plus dual wield. A lot of this stuff is self-explanatory. I was using White Mage with Gloria before this, which was really nice for healing, but I needed Pictomancer and Bard for the support, so I changed to Healing Item Amp instead. Everybody has a Ringmaster Spear, so that way I have the Beastmaster passives active, which will allow me to use or get Spearhead, which lets them go first. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Speed, MP, cost reduction, a lot of bulk. I have 2 daggers because of the thrust and parry. Speed and minus weight, so I can equip the Dark Soul Sword, which gives me Hellblade passives. And with the Hellblade passives, I'll be able to exceed the damage cap as well as get extra damage from being low HP. At least for the first phase of the fight. The second phase of the fight I won't be low on HP at the start. Alright, so I'm going to unequip the spear. And now since I'm Thief and I have Subject Specialty 2, it turns all my BP costs into MP costs. So I'm going to be able to use BP bump without having to worry about it costing BP. Unequip the spear. And now I want Elvis to be able to have better survivability, so I'm going to use Don't Let Them Get to You 3 times for the maximum damage reduction, and then Shut Up and Dance. The Shut Up and Dance is so Gloria can go again, because I need to give an X potion to Elvis so I can heal him. And then I'll just use Work Your Magic a few times to try and start buffing up Adele. I'm not going to unequip the spear here because I want Adele to not get her next turn until I have all of the buffs on her. I am going to use Death Throws 4 times because a Limit Breaker I can get up to 200%. Alright, so here's how this is going to work. If that's at 0 BP I can just use BP Bump, but if the hands are each at 1 BP or higher, I can use Equalizer, which will lower their BP, so I'm going to use it twice because one of them's at 2 BP. This will also raise Gloria's BP as well. Like, Equalizer is such an incredible skill. Honestly, like, Equalizer and BP Bump is why I think Brave Bear is one of the best jobs in the game. And the only reason I don't consider it the best is because, like I said, you get it so late. And there's also just some other jobs that do a lot of really good things. But anyway, I am going to... Sorry, I had a little, like, I guess brain fart moment there. Yeah, I'm gonna use Work Your Magic. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. I can use an Ether on Seth. I don't need to necessarily rush getting my buffs up. Elvis can protect us. Seth's gonna raise his BP anyway, so I think what I want to do here is I'm gonna use an Ether, and then I'm gonna just up my defenses with Wall. Alright, so I can use Equalizer once, and then I can use BP Bump. And then once Gloria goes, she can use her X potion on Elvis. Alright, perfect. So now I can just start using Hurt So Bad since Work Your Magic is already at plus 90% magic damage inflicted.
should do it. I hope my voice is very well.
Let me at him. I am going all in.
Alright, as per usual, equalizer once. And then I can BP bump a couple of times. And then I'm going to use an ether on... It's either Seth or Gloria. I think I can use it on Seth here though.
Here we go. Prepare to meet your maker.
Alright, so I'm at 45, so 60, 75, 90, and 100.
I hope my voice. Here goes. Very well.
Alright, perfect. I don't need to use equalizer, so... I can use it once just because Gloria's at -1 BP. That'll help save me some MP. And then I'll use an ether on Gloria. No, I'm gonna use BP bump again. I think having BP is really important. I can have Gloria just use an ether on herself. Adele is completely buffed up now, so I'm gonna use an X potion on Elvis. I'm gonna use more because I want to extend... Actually, I don't need to extend them. I'm not gonna use the magic after the special anyway, because my special does magic damage. So I don't need to use more yet. But I do want to use Shut Up and Dance here. And then I'll use it... I already used the X potion. So I'll use an ether on Gloria and an ether on Seth, I think.
Perhaps this might help. Perhaps this might help. Make me mad.
Now I want to unequip the Ringmaster's Spear. And I should be buffed up. So yeah, like I said, this one's magic damage. That's why I wanted to use Work Your Magic. It hits both. I have Epic Group Cast, so I don't get a damage reduction.
Did you see that?
Alright, so I don't need Equalizer for myself, but I do want to lower BP by 1 just in case. Like lower the Knights Nexus BP by 1, I mean. And then I'll use BP bump.
Yeah, I got you. Perfect.
Power. My might knows no bounds.
Alright, X potion on Elvis. Shut Up and Dance on Adele. I want to use more as well. And then I'm going to use an ether on Gloria just for later.
This should do it. I hope my voice. Perhaps this very well.
Alright, so now I can just use Death Storm.
Who's next?
Alright, and it killed. Perfect. Alright,
The world is counting on us.
so that's phase 1 down. I'm gonna get Elvis back first because he's my tank. I need him to be able to protect people.
So let me at him.
I think I want to... Before I use Remember here, I think I'm going to just use BP bump. And then I'll use an ether. Elvis shouldn't die, so I don't have to be worried.
Come and get it.
Now I'm gonna use... How am I gonna go about... Because I can't use Remember on everybody, otherwise it'll go to the next phase. But I need Adele to be able to buff herself up because she just got killed. She can buff herself at the start of the next phase, I think. Yeah, this one's a tough one. I was banking on her not dying at the start. I think it's more important to get...
Gloria.
I think it's more important to get Gloria to use her special here.
All of us. I shall take care of this. My works are universally adored. I do not intend to lose.
I'm gonna have to steer hard here.
On and on. Okay.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do here is... Yeah, I think I just go to the next phase.
Adele.
In an ideal world, she wouldn't have hit Adele there, and I would have woken up Elvis immediately, and Elvis would have been able to protect everybody. But unfortunately, it didn't work out like that, so I have to kind of change the strategy a little bit.
I remember. You won't get rid of me that easily.
Alright, let's see who ends up going first.
I'm not going anywhere.
Ideally, it would be Gloria.
To arms.
Yes! Okay. Alright, I have to remember I can't buff. But I do want to use Shut Up and Dance on Adele and then Shut Up and Dance on Gloria. I don't think I need to use Shut Up and Dance on Seth.
I hope my voice will allow me. Very well.
That's unfortunate. I'm gonna do the same thing again and hope that I'll get Adele to go. Okay, good.
Very well.
Alright. Perfect. Okay. So I don't have the singing skills from earlier, but I still should do enough damage, I think.
I hope my voice holds.
So I'm just going to use Death Storm here and we'll see how much damage it does. I have 200% physical attack. She's daubed. She has minus 34 physical defense. And I have Inwen's Element, so every single one of these should get 40% extra damage.
No easy one today. Sorry. This is a good one.
Let me at him.
Alright.
I'm going all in.
And then I'm going to use Equalizer.
This will do it.
So yeah, I definitely had to change things up a little bit. Ideally, like I said, in that other phase, if Adele didn't die, she would have kept all of her buffs from previously, which means she would have kept the 200% physical attack, she would have kept the 100% extra physical attack dealt, and I would have been able to just daub her, and then just go to the next phase while Adele still had her buffs up, and then from there, Adele would have just been able to kill. But I think I was able to do okay. The only bad thing here is she still has a chance to just lower our BP when I use an item, which is not good. But I don't have any other options here because she already got rid of all of our MP.
This should do it. Here goes.
Alright, and that should be the fight.
I got another one.
Alright, so obviously that didn't go perfectly, but I was still able to make it work. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I really like Hellblade. I really like its whole, I guess, using elemental swords thing. Obviously I like elemental attacks, and as a physical job I really like it, and I especially really like death throws. I just really love how the Hellblade job works, so yeah. Without further ado, I will stop my rambling there, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.